Everybody out there, if you are lost and confused watching ReZero, in particular this episode of ReZero, don't you fret. For this singular reason right here, I am here to let you know that I am also confused and lost in ReZero. So we have compound confusion here. It seems as though they're speaking in riddles in this show. Am I really confused? No, but there are some parts in this show where it's like, what is happening, right? But like, the main things with that is just as though we don't know why characters are doing certain things, because like every time he starts a new life, right, it's like, you know, it's a different outcome. So it's like, what are these characters' true intentions? What are they really getting at? We know what Subaru wants to do. That's the only person we know actually, the actual true intentions, right? But everybody else is just up in the air and it's always in flux. But that's what I like about this show. There are a few concrete things that we can touch on in this episode. It's not total confusion, but you know, it's all good. Because you know, this show is good because it's not straightforward. They keep you in constant range of emotions, you know, because you don't know what's going to happen. Literally, you really do not know what's going to happen in the next episode. They don't even need to put a cliffhanger there most of the time, because you just know it's going to be some wild shit. Like even this episode cliffhanger ended pretty normally, talking to Beatrice, but we'll save that for later. Let me do the intro. Let's see, boy Blackout Jones. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers, man. Currently, I'm at 99 subs, man. I only need one more subscriber. I know there's one person watching this video that can definitely give me a sub, man. So let's move forward to this review. So we pick up from where the Witch of Greed, the Witch of Envy is on a goddamn tear through the whole sanctuary, right? And so, you know, Garfield lets Subaru know that, yeah, everybody's dead for real, you know, so I'm not gonna let you die either. So he tries to protect Subaru or whatnot. But however, right, so I was already saying, okay, go ahead and scrap that life because, you know, everybody's dead. You know, it's not one we're gonna stay in. So they got all types of tricks. We see that there's a unlimited amount of Bilmas that got, you know, explained to us later, but I was like, this is very odd. I'm telling you, man, it's just new shit every episode. It's just like, what is going on? But I like it, man. So the Witch of Envy is strong as a bitch, right? So mind you, we saw like a few other witches in the at the Witch's Tea Party, right? They're supposed to be dead, right? The Witch of Envy appears to be, as of now, the only witch that is still alive. So maybe possibly she killed the other witches before she, you know, did whatever she had to do. She might have killed everybody else. She might be the only witch left, but she was definitely strong, definitely a unit. Let me put my AirPods on the charger, man, before I go do this poker session, man. Do y'all like poker? But anyway, this leads me to my next point, right? So when Subaru encounters the Witch of Envy up close, she engulfs him, and she did not kill him. She, you know, keeps repeating, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, or love you, love you, love you. He was not dead. He was like in purgatory, and if he hadn't had that handkerchief that he, you know, that the Witch of Greed, Agdina, blessed him with, or did whatever to it, he'd have been stuck there forever, and it'd been like permanent thing that he wouldn't be able to escape. But the Witch of Envy, you know, he took the robe off of her, and it looked like Amelia. It bore, as we say in my field of work, it bore a strong resemblance to Amelia, right? So now mind you, this show's been season 1's been going for a while now, so you know, I'm trying to think back, but I'm pretty sure they said that Amelia resembles a witch, the Witch of Envy. I want to say it's a Witch of Envy. It might be the Witch of Greed. I forgot, but Amelia resembles a witch for sure, and I think it's her. But it's where a little bit of confusion comes in, right? But it's just my reaction, what have you. So is that actually Amelia, or is that just somebody who looks like Amelia, right? You know what I'm saying? Or does the Witch of Envy take the form of somebody that's close to you? I don't know, man, but it's very, very, very interesting part. She looked just like Amelia. It's kind of scary, kind of like, because, you know, whole time, because we think Roswell is in the witch's cult, you know, we think Beatrice is in the witch's cult, so wouldn't put it past them to be with the witch of envy, right? Being Amelia. So who knows? Because also Garfield didn't say anything, because remember, Subaru was like, yeah, so even Amelia too, because he was like, he was naming everybody that was dead. Garfield said Bilma's dead, so-and-so's dead, and then Subaru was like, Amelia too? He just didn't say anything, he just looked at him. So it's like, I don't really know, kind of confused. Might have been a little transformation from Amelia to the Witch of Envy, man. Can't really tell though. The next part I want to talk about is the infinite clones of Bilma, or, you know, known as in this episode, Ryuzu. So my first thought was this, right? So they're made up of mana and something artificial and mana, wrapped in mana, and they have like personality traits of the Witch of Greed. Apparently Adina, it's pretty far out there. They just do that shit out there like it's whatever. They like deal with it, so we're dealing with it, right? So it's like infinite copies, sort of like Immortal. But first thing I thought of, understand me, when I saw this, I thought about last episode where Adina said, no, the witch of the witch who was in the Iron Maiden last time, I forgot which witch it was, but the one who made the three those three things, like the May Beasts, the three May Beasts, right? I'm sorry, the Great Whale, the White Whale, the Great Rabbit, and the last joint I forgot, man. But anyway, I instantly thought of that, to where as though she said, so I'm thinking this is like an infinite amount of Bilma clones. I think that they can kill them all at once if you get enough Bilmas to kill them. You know, just don't let them multiply too crazy, and they should be able to kill all the great rabbits at once, right? So, you know, it got a little loopy right there in the review, but we tied it back in, man. Get enough Bilmas, stop the maybes. There you go, right? So that's good stuff. Subaru now has a new title. He's now an Apostle of Greed. How is this known? Bilma confirmed it, said that he had, you know, the Subaru let her know that he ingested some of her hair, her bodily fluids, or what have you. Now he's a apostle, and now Bilma, you know, Ryuzu cannot, you know, deny what he says, because, you know, they're commanded by so and so. What we also learned, confirmed, was that Garfield is also an Apostle of Greed, right? So this should mean that he went to the witch's tea party, right? Which means he might have undergone a trial, right? Which means he could have set the sanctuary free, right? Some wild shit, man. It's a whole lot of goofy shit. I don't know, because if he can do the trials, why hasn't he done the trials yet? Is something stopping him? Like somebody controlling him? Somebody obviously is, man. But this also leads me to believe that maybe Garfield can return from death. Before I get to that, Subaru said, you know, he was gonna make his way back home, and he was going to try and win the mansion. How can he win the mansion? He gets there and he tells him to get out of town, basically. He says, you know, he got there before Elsa Grindheart got there, fucked everything up, and he told him to get out of there, basically. So that's not a bad technique. You know, run away, retreat, get out of there. That was good by him. But the scene between Garfield and Subaru, talk about confusion, man, and talking in riddles and shit. Like, you know, Subaru basically, you know, I like how he put this. He said, I've seen hell many times. That's basically his way of confessing returning by death. It feels as though fucking Garfield can return by death by the way he protects. Like, he acts different every time. Like, the scene, because people act different every time, try to shift the reality, maybe do things differently. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Garfield can also return by death, but he can't say anything because he's feverishly trying to protect the sanctuary, and Subaru was feverishly trying to do whatever he's trying to do. Like, honestly, he could forget about Rim and just go on with his life and be totally normal and, you know, do what it do, but nah, he's reaching these goals. Like, I don't know, man. It's some pretty weird shit. Maybe Garfield is trying to do the same thing, but he keeps on getting reset, and that's what he's trying to do. They could be working parallel to each other, or what have you. Maybe only, I don't know, man. But I think he's met Ekdina. Now, this last scene with Beatrice, man, on everything, man, when I say he talking to Riddles, man, Beatrice just said a whole bunch of fucking nothing, and they gave us a cliffhanger off of that, talking about how ironic it was for a contract and this and having to be with Subaru. She finally gonna be free. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? Honestly. But thankfully, next episode we'll understand what she's talking about. Hopefully he can make it out of there in one piece so we can get some goddamn plot progression. That'd be phenomenal. So it's like, what is Beatrice gonna tell us, man? Because basically Subaru has to ask a question. He has to say, Beatrice, Roswell asked me to ask a question, and then he has to say, she'll say whatever she says, and he'll says, I am that person. So goddamn it, I need some answers. Are you a witch cultist or nah? You feel me? But overall, it was a super solid episode. Even though the show is confusing at times, it is a psychological thriller mind fuck of a show, and that's why we love it. So, you know, shout out to ReZero with another solid episode, man. See boy Blackout Jones. Stay corona free, stay sucker free. Have a blessed day, man. Only need 1 sub for 100, man. I know y'all know somebody that can subscribe. I know you can share the video, like, comment. Help me. I'm trying to fuck the algorithms up, man. And I got something special for y'all on Friday, man. I know what y'all like. I know what y'all been waiting for. I know what y'all want to see, and I got y'all. I can do that for you all, man. So take it easy. Peace.